It's one of the most successful British cinema films that you may not have heard of. The Battle of the Somme was first shown 100 years ago, watched by millions, trying to get news of their loved ones in what was to become one of the bloodiest battles of the war. Amelia Papadopoulos has been to see the film ahead of its centenary this summer.
It's the film that captured one of the most infamous battles of the First World War, the Battle of the Somme. Shot amongst the dirt, danger and despair 100 years ago, this is what life on the front line was really like. Commissioned by the War Office to serve as a propaganda piece, the film went on to be a huge global success.
I think what this film does is really to cement the cinema as a place to go to understand war and to understand what it was like. Now, this is at a time of total war. It was very much a morale piece. It was designed to keep people going through. The war is getting very difficult, it's getting very draining as well. So this helps to kind of galvanise people, I think, to keep going.
Throughout the autumn of 1916, 20 million people, nearly half the country's population, flocked to the cinema to see the Battle of the Somme. Many of them would have come here to the Regent Street cinema. It was the first time that audiences would be able to see real footage from the front line, and that's what's made this film one of the most watched in British cinema history, even bigger than Star Wars.
I think there were two big draws of going to see the Battle of the Somme film, and one of them was certainly the idea of the recognition factor. Am I going to see my loved one on screen, or am I going to get an impression of what my loved one is up to, even if he isn't fighting at the Battle of the Somme? People wanted to understand more about the life of a soldier on the front line. And I think the second thing was to try and get a sort of sense of a shock of the reality of war.
The film will be shown at cinemas, libraries and even churches this summer to mark the centenary of the Battle of the Somme and give all of us a chance to pause, reflect and remember the millions affected through one of the darkest times in British military history. Amelia Papadopoulos, BBC London News.